Hello everyone, welcome to today's video where today I got a little package from eBay. I ordered this about 2 weeks ago and it came finally. The Marineford SH Figuarts Marineford Luffy. Yeah, very excited to take a look at this guy. They finally added some much needed articulation. He looks great from one of the best arcs in the entire anime and obviously manga as well because they're basically the same. There are some changes, but um, I really am excited to get into this guy. Yeah, ordered him a couple weeks ago when I actually ordered this guy, and this guy came first. He came about a week ago, and I just haven't reviewed him yet because I was waiting to get Usopp, and also it's just a suit body that's kind of mid. Honestly, it's a kind of a mid figure, but yeah, excited to get this guy out of the box and take a look at him. He also came at the same time today as another figure I got. I got the Figma Snake from Metal Gear Solid 2, I believe, for the eventual Smash Bros. Collection that I've been wanting to start for a long time. And yes, I know people are starting to do Smash Bros. It is not a bandwagon for me. I've been wanting to start a Smash Bros. Collection for a very long time. I've been playing Smash since I was probably 8 years old. I'm not good at it, but I play it. And honestly, it's just they don't have a lot of super articulated action figures of those characters until recently. We start getting like reissues of the SH Figuarts Mario, which aren't the perfect Mario figures. And then, like Sonic figures have been getting better. There's been getting Nendoroid Kirby reissues, which that will be a hell yeah to get. This new Figma version of Solid Snake. And then you got like the Street Fighter Jada toys, which are really popping off and really good, and I can get Ryu and Ken for that. There's a lot of other things I can't really think of right now. Pokemon Blockies, that's a good option for like Charizard and Greninja and who else was in there? Lucario. And then like I would like them to reissue the Figma Pokemon Trainer because I've been wanting that for like better part of a decade. I've been wanting that since before I collected action figures. So yeah, yeah. That's all I really gotta say about that. There will be a Smash Bros. Collection started up pretty soon, and I actually can't wait. Hopefully, they start giving us 6S figures of like Fox McCloud and Falco. Um, a Rob would be cool. An articulated Mr. Game and Watch would be a dream because I used to main Mr. Game and Watch. My three mains over my entire life have been Mr. Game and Watch, Yoshi, and Kirby. And then I'll play like Mega Man a lot of times as well. And my main, like my one that I had stayed my main for my longest time was Zero Suit Samus. And the Figma Zero Suit Samus is actually getting reissued as well, or it's already been reissued. So I'm going to actually probably pick that up as well, even though it doesn't look the best anymore for modern articulation standards. And then the suits, I want to get the suited versions of Samus as well, obviously, because those are technically two different characters in the game. Now, enough of me rambling. Let's look at the character we came here for. Not even anything to do with Super Smash Bros. Luffy, Monkey D. Luffy. Yeah, this is the Marineford version. We're just going to get comparisons out of the way. The other two normal Luffys I have are the only, actually, other two Luffys I have. We have the... Hold on, let me grab him. The Romance Dawn Luffy, which I have right here. And then this is the Raiden Onigashima Luffy, which I'm almost to that arc. I'm almost to, I can't even think what it's called right now. Wano, which is awesome. I'm on Whole Cake right now, which is a Sanji arc, and it does not make me like Sanji more. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It almost makes me like him a little bit less. But I like his sister. His sister's awesome. But yeah, I am on that arc right now, and I'm trudging my way along. I like to watch the show slowly. I know it's been like 3 years since I started the show, but I enjoy the show, and I enjoy watching the show slowly. So that is what I am going to continue to do. So yeah, I just wanted to get these guys out of the way. These are stock figures. Besides, I added this little. This was from the Amazing Yamaguchi Deathstroke, and I didn't like it on him, but I thought it looked cool as hell on Luffy. And then also I took off the back things when this guy released, so he could have like the flaps. But they weren't flaps back then; they were molded onto there. But it was like they wanted them to articulate one day, and they were just waiting for another figure so that they could get more and more money out of us, which is almost certainly what happened. Knowing that it's SH Figuarts, it's just kind of a greedy company in my opinion, and they do a lot of stupid shit. But this figure is awesome, way better than this figure. Lower half disappointing on these two. Upper one on this guy's not fun to play with, and it's the same. They carry it over. I much preferred this guy's articulation. He gets way better ab crunch, and he can do cooler shit there. So, perfect world, you would take the colors from this one, the bottom articulation from this one, and the top articulation from this one to make the perfect Luffy. Perfect world. I don't think we're ever going to get that. But, yeah. So, I just wanted to say, I do like all the Luffy figures. If I only had this one, I don't think I would be, like, hating it or anything. I'd probably still be playing with it and posing it around. But I have this guy, and he's better, and he's my preferred Luffy, and my preferred style, and my preferred outfit and everything. But this guy is almost the best of both worlds. Almost. Just a little bit better ab crunch. It just looks awkward the way it's set up there. Just a little bit better on that, and I think we'd be good. Also, some gum effects would be much appreciated in the future, Tamashi. Yeah. So this is from a really great arc in the show. If you haven't watched or read, depending on if you're reading or watching, Impel Down or Marineford, this is his outfit in both of those arcs, I believe, right? Yeah, he doesn't change. It's basically one big arc, in my opinion. It's when he's going to save Ace, and that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not going to spoil anything, because that is a very good arc, and if you do not know any of the spoilers ahead of time, it hits so much better, all of the twists and turns in that arc. So yeah, totally check that arc out. Top 5, maybe even top 3 arcs in the whole entire anime. But yeah. So, he's basically got the same articulation as this guy, except for they added a thigh swivel here. So, you can get that iconic, and we're going to do that pose, don't worry. That iconic pose. And then you also get, these go up farther, so you can get even a little bit more range than the last one. It's not by much, but you do get some more, and it's a hell of a lot better than you get on this guy, because even with me removing that don't get the full range, and it got even less before when the puffs were actually on there. So if you get that guy, just know that. I do like that outfit, by the way. I think Luffy does not have really too many bad outfits, besides I don't like his like gangster outfit, and what is it? Well, Whole Cake, I'm on that arc right now. I don't like his gangster outfit in that arc, I'm gonna be honest. Like the all black outfit, I don't like it. And I don't like him in black, but that's kind of crazy considering the fact my favorite fit is his Dressrosa fit with the flowery black shirt. That is my favorite Luffy fit, and I hope SH Figuarts makes that one day. Now, for accessories, you get the most important thing is the hat. You just pop that on. And Luffy didn't ever really wear his hat during this arc, so it's actually accurate for this to just be hanging down all the time. That's probably how I'll display it. But if you have any of the other Luffys, you can totally use the hat option. And just do that. And then that piece just fell off. There's a little hair cover piece that you put on there for that. But, well, you have to take it off for hatted heads, I forgot. I'm just going to keep that hat on there just to show that you can. It actually almost fits a little better. Makes the neck look less long. So if you want to do that, you can totally do that. But obviously that would not, it would still be accurate. He does wear the hat for a little bit in certain parts, but it is not a lot. And I would much prefer him having this hang down hat than a hatted version for this arc version. So, and then like I said, you can mix and match if you want to. The hat colors are a little bit different from each other. This is a little bit more of a pale color. This one's deeper. Let's look at this one. Yeah, this one I think is just reused from the same two are reused. This is like a different color, and it looks nice. I like the way it looks. And then for his other accessories, you get hands. You get just grabbing hands. You get these, and they all have like battle damage, and we'll go over that in a second too. We'll look more at that. But you get like grabbing hands, and you get like kind of relaxed hands. And those will be used to recreate the iconic pose, so we'll look at that in a second. You get an angry faceplate. Another angry faceplate, which I like to have these, and they also have battle damage on them, so that's nice. And then you get the faceplate. The faceplate. I'm not going to recreate the scene that this is from because I do not want to spoil what happens if you have not seen it. But you have the crying faceplate. And that is all I'm going to say about that. Now, what we're going to do is recreate the gear... Hold on, sorry. The gear... What is it? Gear 4 pose, right? Yeah, I'm an idiot. Gear 4 pose. No, that's Bounce Man. Sorry, I have Bounce Man on the brain. Gear 2 pose. And then Gear 3 is like where it's the same, but he can just make he makes a giant fist. It's like the same look. It doesn't change like how Bounce Man and Gear 5, they all change. Yeah. I sound like Logan Paul right now. I sound like a fucking poser, but I promise you, I do watch One Piece, and I like the show a lot. I love the show. I go as much to say. So, we're going to recreate that iconic pose. So for that, what I recommend you do is do this, then that, then that, then that. So you want to try to get it up there, like as much as possible. You can do it this way, too. You don't have to do it the way I did it. There's kind of two different ways you can articulate the legs. And then you want to do that. He's got a kind of a happy face on right now, but he goes like this, right? And then you just kind of want to align the body as much as you can. It's kind of weird. He kind of doesn't, that's right. He doesn't really twist. His hand's coming off a little bit. I'm doing this in real time just to show that it's not that difficult to hit this pose. So you can do something like that. And then you're going to want the head up. Well, you want the head down, right? But if you want him looking, because that's kind of a weird thing on the shelf, you're probably going to want him looking up. So it's nice to have him. He can actually have some head articulation that does that. But yes, accurate-wise, he needs to be looking down. And then you're going to want him to get, because if you go too wide of a stance, he's not going to want to stand. So you're going to want to finagle that. So that's kind of, you're going to want that hand lower to the ground probably. See, and this is why I wish that he had the deeper articulation of the other guy, of the Onigashima Luffy. But, and then you kind of do want the hat to hang off the side kind of a little bit. Not that much, but I recommend getting some sticky tack. But you can totally do the pose. I'm not going to sit here and finagle with it all day. But as you can see, you can totally hit that pose. Yeah, so we're going to get into size comparisons after we look at his paint. And then I'll let you guys be on your way. And I also, let me know if you want me to do the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Daima Goku or the Romance Dawn Sanji, if you don't care if he's before or after Usopp, or the Figma Metal Gear Solid 2 Snake. I don't have any glue for the box that comes with him, so he won't have like the box opened up, but I'll show the box in that video. Alright, this is my boy Luffy. We're gonna do the size comparisons. Well, no, we're gonna look at the paint, like I said. Duh. So you guys like some shading. Like these other guys did not really get that much in the shading department. I have a light right here too, so like it's kind of shining on it. So it's probably a little bit more. Here, we'll look at it in natural light. You can see it a little better. It's kind of like dirt spots, and this guy didn't really have any of these either. He has a little shading in like the pants area, but that's about it. And the other Luffy's hat just fell off of him. But yeah, he's got like, and the little marks all over him. He kind of reminds me of the Target exclusive battle damage Luffy, which was just the Romance Dawn Luffy with some battle damage on it. This guy's way better than that because he actually has like a little bit of, there's shading. I don't remember if there was any shading on that one. So yeah. There's even some on it, like toesy, his feetsies. He's got some on the back. Not right there, but he's got some right there and right there. That's not very typical of a lot of toy companies. So I appreciate that, Tamashi. You guys aren't perfect, but when you do things like that, it makes me a little happier. You didn't go all out with the paint job, but this is mostly what he looked like, so it's okay. We're going to get him stood up. And then we're going to go into size comparisons. So we're going to start off with SH Figuarts Romance Dawn Nami, because it's Nami. And then we'll do SH Figuarts Ace. This is not Marineford Ace. They are releasing a Marineford Ace, but this is more along the lines of Alabasta Ace. So this is Ace. Oh yeah, and then we have Romance Dawn, Rala Zalo, or whatever that dumb motherfucker Logan Paul said. If you can't tell, I'm really pissed off about everything that Logan Paul is doing right now. And I get that's why he's doing it. He wants people to comment on it. But it doesn't change the fact that he's a fucking idiot. And then Romance Dawn Sanji, which is the best Sanji figure on the market. Onigashima one is actually still fairly good, especially compared to the Onigashima, Luffy, and Zoro. But this is way better because it's just my Sanji. I prefer him in the black suit. I prefer him back when he was like really skinny. Yeah, I'll do a size comparison between those two when I do that video. And then we have the SH Figuarts Daima Vegeta, and look how short this motherfucker is. He really is true to life. And then we have the, what is this, Proud Saiyan, or Saiyan Raised on Earth Vegeta. I don't know all the names. There's like 500 different fucking, not Vegeta, Gokus. There's like 500 different fucking Gokus. And then he's holding a little pet shop miniature cat because I thought it was cute having him pet cats. I like that. I actually have Naruto on the shelf petting cats right now as well. And then, you know, we have a couple of characters that remind me of Luffy for some reason. I couldn't tell you why. You know, I'm pretty sure he came first, Luffy came second, she came third. I don't have a Plastic Man to compare to them two, though. If you know why I would compare those characters, just, yeah. I wonder why I would compare him to those characters, right? And then we have, in the Marvel Universe, who I think he would be best friends with. We have the best Spider-Man on the market. Well, the best Marvel Legends Spider-Man on the market. Like, Hasbro Spider-Man on the market. And then the Maximum series. Sorry, it's the Amazing Fantasy. I am a staunch believer that if this guy had toe joints, the collectors would be calling this guy still the best. There's already still collectors like me calling him the best Spider-Man. But people would be creaming their pants every time they touched this figure if he just had those stupid fucking toe joints. Yeah, but and anyone who wants to tell me that Luffy and my boy Peter would not be friends, you're probably dumb, because this motherfucker makes out and befriends criminals on a daily. And yes, I know Luffy is technically a criminal, but he is the best, like the best heart, like the most like kind-hearted, just amazing criminal of all time. And these two would be best friends. And I like that they're very similar in height. I like that Peter's a little taller though, because I like my Luffy pretty short. I think that's it. Oh yeah, I was gonna show these guys off because I don't really have. There's some third-party One Piece Marines on the market, but I don't know where. I can't really. Those are kind of hard to find. Same with the Buggy. I really want the Buggy as well. So I don't really have any army builders for this guy, but I figured you could use the Marvel AIM soldiers. I feel like there's so many wacky designs on One Piece that those work. And then if you wanted to, you could use the Bat soldiers from G.I. Joe Classified. I'm trying to get him posed as neutrally as possible, but you could have like a robot fight with him, right? I think you could. I mean, Frankie. There's Frankie, so there's some robots in One Piece. I mean, he's more of a cyborg, but you know what I mean. Yeah. That's everything, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you liked the video. Go pick up this figure if you can. It's still available some places, I think, and people are getting it right now. He is the best Luffy. I wish he had better torso articulation, but the head articulation is pretty phenomenal on this guy. Even it's probably because he's not wearing the hat, but it's even better than the Romance Dawn one. And then obviously the thigh swivel will help so much, and then you get some extra like articulation on the back so he can kick his ass a little easier, even though he doesn't still doesn't kick his ass. So this figure is great. This unless they're different costumes, I don't think I'm gonna buy any more Luffy's. Like I'm gonna get the Egghead one and the Gear 5 ones, and then I'm probably gonna get the Anime Heroes Dressrosa one because I love that outfit. But honestly, I'm to the point where I think I want to get a blank body about this size, and then get some tailored clothes and try to find some sandals, and then make my own Luffy that has all the articulation and all that, because at this point, plastic shorts just aren't it. Baggy plastic shorts, at least how the way SH Figuarts is handling them, are not it. Even here, it's not as articulated as I'd like it to be. So I think my dream would be if Mezco picked up the license for One Piece and gave us a bunch of just different One Piece figures, because it's Mezco and One Piece, two of my favorite things. It would be awesome. But for now, I think I'm to the point where I'm going to try to custom make a more kit bash, make a Luffy, because he's a great character and he's very athletic and very, just expressive. And for what he does in the anime and the show and the manga, I don't think these figures cut it, if I'm being honest with you. I still think the One Piece SH figure arts art line has not hit its full potential. They give all their love to lines like My Hero gets such a good amount of love. Obviously, Dragon Ball Z gets such a good amount of love. Naruto gets a pretty good amount of love. They get pretty good figures. And then there's like lines that don't interest me at all that get good amount of love. I can't think of any right now. Like Hunter x Hunter, I do think I'm starting to watch Hunter x Hunter. It's not my favorite show or anything. It's okay. Gon and Killua. Are those characters that really deserve to be as good as they are, and Luffy doesn't? Luffy is like the face of anime right now, and he has been for like the past 10 years. If you don't think of Goku or Naruto, you're thinking of Luffy. You're not thinking. I know no one is thinking of Deku or you know Izuku Midori. No, that's Deku. What is the other guy I'm thinking of? The guy from Demon Slayer, Tanjiro. See, so unmemorable. You might be thinking of Chainsaw Man, maybe Denji, but you know what I mean. Like Luffy is the face of anime right now, and I just the other faces of anime get such good figures. The Naruto figure, so good. All the Goku figures I've ever touched, awesome. I don't know about Bleach. I don't know if Ichigo gets good figures. I don't have one yet. I'm kind of scared to pull the trigger because they're baggy outfits. And from my experience, baggy shorts don't fucking work with SH Figuarts. So maybe the Bleach ones won't. But also, in their defense, the bagginess on Goku works very well. These pants are awesome. Like, this figure is great. And he just dropped a kitty. I don't know where he went, but he dropped it. Okay, he went over here. Sorry. I know I'm rambling a lot, but I just wanted to say, I think I'm at the point where I want to customize my own Luffy. So if anyone has any just recommendations, anyway, or anyone who might be selling that type of Luffy I described, hit me up. Yeah. I'm sure you guys will like this figure once you get it. It is very nice compared to the other Luffys, and it's probably one of the top 3 best One Piece figures that I own, up there with the Ace and the Zoro. Honestly, I love the Zoro. He's not the best figure of all time or anything, but the Zoro is incredible. And then, the Ace is awesome. They both have things that are wrong, but they're very fun. And same with this Luffy. No figure is perfect, obviously, but like I said, I want to make it as close to perfect as possible. If Mezco or Amazing Yamaguchi ever got their hands on this license, they would be killer. And I hope that happens one day. I really do. Or I hope someone starts selling, in the style of that Buggy and those Marines, third-party straw hats. Because I would love to finally get a fucking Robin, and I want pre-time skip for all of them, because I prefer the pre-time skip designs. So yeah. This video is getting to be like almost 30 minutes long, so I'm gonna let you guys go, and yeah, just know this guy can pose. He's not horrible, And he does get me excited for the rest of the Marineford line. I can't wait to get Crocodile to team up with this guy and have Whitebeard. Although those would be two characters I'd want even if they weren't Marineford versions. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good day. Be safe out there. Uh, fuck ICE. Fuck the police that do bad things. Fuck everyone out there who thinks being evil is okay. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hate to get political here at the end, but things are happening in our world that we can't just ignore anymore, even as a little toy YouTuber. So, thanks for watching, guys. Bye. Be safe out there. Remember to tell your loved ones you love them. Remember to drink your water and be safe. Bye.